Hello, we are starting with geometry, and the first video will be on similar figures. I want you to take note of the word congruent and similar. Congruent means it is shapes of the same size and the same shape. Okay, so they are exactly the same. So congruent I compare to copy. All right, that's easy to remember. Then when we look at similar figures have the same shape but not the same size. So look at these two rectangles, okay? And very, very important is that their sides is in the same ratio. I want you to, in your mind, compare that to enlargements, okay, which you have done in transformation geometry. And that same ratio really is the same as we used the scale factor for enlargements. For instance, you were told that the scale factor was 2, then that one is twice as large as this one, which in this specific case is, because this one is 4 and that one is 8. So when I divide these two, I get an answer of 2. Or when I divide these two sides, which are the corresponding sides, then I also get an answer of 2. This picture of the 3 cups in different sizes but being exactly the same is a very nice reminder for you to remember what means similar figures. Okay, now when we look at similar figures, there are 2 facts which you must just simply know. For the first one, if we say triangle ABC is similar, 3 little vertical lines, to triangle DEF, then remember that A corresponds to D, B corresponds to E, and C corresponds to F. So that's really, really important. Then we will see that angle A and angle D are the same. They will have the same size. Angle B and angle E will have the same size. And angle C and angle F will have the same size. And then the corresponding sides, if AB corresponds to DE and we divide them, then it will give us the same answer as BC divided by EF, BC divided by EF, and AC divided by DF. That should be DF. Oh, I see. This is CA divided by FD. Okay, you could also have said AC divided by DF. Doesn't matter which way it is around. That gives you a constant value. And that constant value shows us that there is a constant ratio between the sides. And that is the one that I said that you can compare to the scale factor of the enlargements. Right, so now let's go and look at an example of 2 quadrilaterals where you are told that ABCD is similar to RSTU. Okay, for the beginning people, I suggest that you actually do color the corresponding sides. So if you look at this one, AB corresponds to RS. So color AB, okay, and color RS, green. Then BC, let me just do this, BC corresponds to ST. BC corresponds to ST. Right. Then CD corresponds to TU. CD corresponds to TU. Okay. And lastly, AD, okay, should I do this? AD corresponds to RU. AD corresponds to RU. Okay. And you would also see that I actually draw the line from the letter R to the letter U. Okay, because R and A are corresponding. So now it is really quite easy to see, people. For instance, between the blue and the green line, okay, and between the blue and the green line, those angles, the R and the A, are corresponding. Okay, you can either check it in this way where you color, or you can just simply check it in the way that the letters are given for a similar figure. Okay, if you now look at this one, you are given an angle of 100 and an angle of X, right? Then in this ABCD, you are given the size of 6 for AD and of 4 for AB, and you are given P for BC, right? And then in this one, you are given the angle Y. There you are given an angle of 60 degrees, and then the side length RS is 3 and ST is 5.4. So that is all your given information. They now ask you to find X. Okay, remember in similar figures, the angles are the same. Okay, so corresponding angles are equal. So let's find angle X. Angle X lies between the red and the green. Okay, let's find the red and the purple. Sorry, the red and the purple. So this one. So angle T, people, angle T corresponds to angle C, which is X. All right, here it is X, and there it is 60 degrees. So angle X is 60 degrees. Right. Then we can go to the second one, which says find Y. Right. So let's go to find Y. This is Y. Let me just use red. This is Y. It's between the green and the blue. So find the green and the blue. This is 100. Okay. So angle A corresponds to angle R. Angle A is given as 100 degrees. Angle R is given as Y degrees. So angle Y equals 100 degrees. All right, so that's fairly easy. Now they say you must find P, okay? And remember, people, for P, which is a side length, we know that the side length, I should say the corresponding side lengths, are in the same ratio. Therefore, we can just simply divide corresponding sides. So if you have to now find corresponding sides. For instance, if we look at the question mark, the P is BC. So BC corresponds to ST. Okay, you can also look here, BC, the purple, corresponds to ST. So if we divide BC by ST, then we will be getting the same answer as, for instance, AB, which needs to be divided by its corresponding side, which is RS. Okay, so the sides will give you the same ratio, but you must always make sure that you've got the corresponding sides, okay, and you need to divide the corresponding sides. So now it is fairly easy, people, because now you can just simply read off. Remember, we started with BC, which is P, which is the asked side. Then you go to ST. ST is 5.4. Okay, equals AB. AB is 4, and RS is 3. Okay, and now you've got one variable, which means you can simply calculate P. So you do Gr10 or in this case, because it's a simple fraction on the left and a simple fraction on the right, we may cross multiply. Okay, you can do that, or you do Gr10 or. So we want to know P, remember I always circle the variable. We want to know P, meaning we must take the 5.4 over to the other side. It is divided on this side. It becomes times 5.4 on that side. And then you have got the P left over on the left. Then you have 4 divided by 3 times 5.4. And if you calculate that, it will give you an answer of 7.2 centimeters. Okay, and then the last question is, they ask you the distance of RU, which they call Q. Okay, and from that drawing, I have written down already the corresponding sides. So it's RU over AD equals RS over AB. The two blue lines and the two green lines. Okay, and now RU is given as Q. That's the one that you must calculate. AD is a distance of 6. RS is a distance of 3. And AB is a distance of 4. All right. And then now the same thing. We want to know Q. We move over the 6, which becomes multiplied by 6. And then our answer for Q will be 4.5 centimeters. So this is really the same as the previous example. I just want to summarize and say you must remember that in similar figures that corresponding angles are equal, right? And you must remember that corresponding sides have the same ratio. So for that formula, you will always use 2 corresponding sides and 2 corresponding sides, and they are equal. Okay, and then you must remember that it is easiest, especially in the beginning, to just color your corresponding sides, and you will get that from the sequence of the letters of the shape.